you've reached Paniola Ranch. How can I help you today? I'd like to inquire about an invoice, if that's not too much trouble for you. Oh, that's no problem at all. That's why I'm here. Can I ask your name? Yeah, sure. I'm calling on behalf of Richard Walker. Okay, Richard Walker. Let me pull up his information here and... Oh. That didn't sound good. Yeah, it's a pretty big invoice. I understand why you're calling now. You're out $10,000. What? That much? Yeah, let me just see the details here, and... It's an outstanding charge. Are you saying that Mr. Walker owes you $10,000? Yes, that is exactly what it says here. And can I ask why? Well, according to this write-up, he was delivered 3 Mudsdale and never paid for them. That doesn't make sense. I know I've only worked for him a couple of months, but he's like the kindest, most generous employer I've ever had. He wouldn't take 3 Mudsdale and not pay for them. Well, I can guarantee you that my boss personally delivers these Mudsdale, and he would never leave without collecting payment. So, are you accusing Mr. Walker of lying? No, I'm stating something that I know to be true. If that doesn't match up with reality, then something's gone horribly wrong. Are you sure? Because I haven't seen any new Mudsdale at all. Well, I wasn't present at the transaction, so I don't know what happened. I can only tell you what our system says, and our system says that Mr. Walker owes us $10,000 for 3 Mudsdale. Okay, I'm just doing my job. He asked me to inquire about the invoice, and now I have. That's okay, I understand you're just trying to do your job, but something seriously isn't adding up here. Perhaps you should go talk to your boss, and I will talk to mine, and we can get to the bottom of this, because somebody is lying, and we seriously need to figure out who it is. Hey, what's up? This is just out of curiosity, but could you mind telling me how the Walker delivery went? The what? The Walker delivery. You know, the 3 Mudsdales that you sold Richard Walker? Oh yeah, the delivery was completely uneventful. Define uneventful. Nothing really happened. I gave him the Mudsdale, he gave me the check, and then we left. So there shouldn't be any reason why somebody called on behalf of Richard Walker asking why there was a $10,000 invoice on their account? Oh boy. What are you not telling me? Well, here's what happened. Everything went fine, though we delivered the horses, we left, and then when we got home, we tried to cash the check and it bounced. Wait, so the whole entire problem is that the check bounced? Yes, the check bounced. It was no good. And I tried to get a hold of Mr. Walker, and nothing really came up of that. He would not answer. The secretary would just, I don't know, she would just put me on hold, and nothing really happened. So, I just decided to put an invoice on his account, and he can pay the $10,000 that way. The secretary put you on hold? Well, isn't that what they do? Yeah, but doesn't that seem a little wishy-washy to you? Look, I'm sure Richard Walker is a busy man, and he doesn't really have time to deal with some outstanding business stuff, especially stuff he thinks has been taken care of. Well, when I was on the phone with his employee, she seemed to be under the impression that they never received any Mudsdale. She was actually quite freaking out about the whole thing. Look, I don't know what else to tell you. I've told you everything that happened in regards to the Mudsdale from my perspective. If you want to hear the other side of the story, you will have to talk to Richard Walker. Yeah, this whole thing doesn't make any sense, because I'm pretty sure I saw you leave with 3 Mudsdale and come back with none. Exactly, I did deliver them. Well, his employee was going to go talk to him about it, so hopefully within the next couple of hours we'll have some answers. Hello, you've reached Paniola Ranch. How can I help you today? Yes, hi, I'm calling to follow up on our conversation earlier about the Walker invoice. Oh yes, I had some updates for you too. Okay, why don't you go first, because I have something as well. Okay, well, I talked to my boss, and it turns out that the reason for the invoice is because Mr. Walker's check bounced. So he's telling you that he received the Mudsdale, he paid you a check, and then that check bounced. Yes, and they didn't realize that the check bounced until they came back home, so that's why there's the $10,000 invoice. Interesting, because that is not the story I heard. And that would be... Mr. Walker is certain that he never received the Mudsdale. Well, that's odd considering that I did see my boss leave with 3 Mudsdale and return with none. Did Mr. Walker say anything about the transaction at all? No, he didn't. It was like it never happened. And I didn't pry because he seriously was... He wasn't in a good mood. Something happened with his daughter. I'm not sure. I don't know. What kind of man feels like they control their grown adult daughter? Like... Yeah, that was smart. I don't think you want to get in the middle of that. Yeah, absolutely none of my business, but I do feel like he's preoccupied with that and probably doesn't remember everything correctly. Yeah, it's possible, but my boss was a little bit sketchy as well. I mean, well, not sketchy. He's not a smeargle. But he did seem a little... Oh, I don't even know the word. He said something that doesn't make sense, and I don't even remember it now, but something just doesn't add up here. Yeah, you're right, but I can absolutely positively guarantee you there are no new Mudsdale here. So if you don't have the Mudsdale, and we don't have the Mudsdale, then where are they? She's got a point. Maybe it's time to do some digging. Look, I know that you're just the cook, but you really haven't seen anything suspicious going on with Mr. Walker, have you? Not really, no. What kind of suspicious are you looking for? I don't know. He asked me to look into an invoice that he had for Paniola Ranch, and they're claiming that they delivered him 3 Mudsdales, but he never paid for them, even though he wrote a check and apparently the check bounced. But he's telling me that he never received the Mudsdale, so that I can't really help you with, but I have noticed that he has spent quite a bit of time in the barn over the last couple of days. In fact, his wife had to drag him out of there for lunch. I had to warm up his food for him. Wow, he can't even be bothered to warm up his own food? No, that's what I'm being paid for. Fair point. But you've never had a check that bounced from Mr. Walker, have you? Oh, no, and that's the weird thing about this whole story. He never actually pays with checks. He uses the contactless swipe on his Rotom phone. Well, that's interesting. Thanks for your time. Okay, well, something doesn't add up. Let's check the barn. Oh, it looks like I'm getting an email. You have got to be kidding me. Look at the email I just got from Mr. Walker's assistant. I knew it! So he does have the Mudsdale. See, I told you we delivered them. I never doubted you, sir. I just knew somebody was lying, and I was certain it wasn't you, but I'm not telling his assistant that. So why do you think he's claiming he never got them? To make himself look good, or make his assistant take the fall? And you're sure he knows about the invoice? That's what started this whole thing. Unbelievable, that man is trying to rip us off. Hello, you've reached Paniola Ranch. How can I help you today? Yeah, hi. I would actually like to edit an order, please. Okay, I can certainly do that for you. Can I have your name? Yes, this is Justin Abernathy. Yes, Mr. Abernathy, let me just pull up your information here. Oh, yes, I see that you ordered 5 Mudsdales, and they are ready for delivery next week. Well, that's exactly what I wanted to call regarding. I actually want to cancel the order. It turns out we won't actually need the Mudsdales after all. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Did something happen? Oh, no, we just changed our mind. Well, there is certainly nothing wrong with that. I can go ahead and I can cancel your order. However, that will still be a $2,000 cancellation fee you'll have to pay. A what? Yes, that is a $2,000 cancellation fee. So I'm going to go ahead and send you the invoice right now. No, why do I have to pay $2,000 for Mudsdale I'm not buying? Well, we do raise our Mudsdale to order, and I'm sure you're aware of this because this is what you ordered, but Mudsdale that just evolved are more valuable. So while we can and we will find another buyer for the Mudsdale, that will take time and they will depreciate in value. And in the meantime, we still have to pay for feed and our staff and our other daily running expenses. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. This is the first I'm hearing of any kind of cancellation fee. Didn't you say that I could change my mind or edit the order and you wouldn't penalize me? Yes, in the case of a natural disaster destroying the farm or going bankrupt, but not if you just changed your mind. This is absurd! No, sir, this is smart business practices. We cover our bases here, and since we've already had someone steal 3 Mudsdale, we need the money. Who would steal Mudsdale? Well, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I don't really know any other way to hold him accountable, so it was Richard Walker. He didn't steal Mudsdale, you ripped him off. He told me you were absolutely 100% unreliable, and now I see that he was correct. I am definitely not paying that $2,000 cancellation fee. Well, it was in the contract that you signed, so if you're that insistent on not paying the fee, I hope you have a really good lawyer. Hi, welcome to the nursery. Can I take a couple of your Pokemon? Or perhaps there's an egg that we have that you'd like to pick up. Oh, no, I'm guessing you're new here? Oh yeah, it's my first week. I'm Ashley. Well, it's nice to meet you, Ashley. I'm Lila, Mark's business partner. You haven't seen him around, have you? Or Bridget, for that matter? No, I haven't seen Mark since this morning. Bridget went to the bathroom, and she'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'll just wait here. I've got some information to tell Mark, and he might take it a little bit better if there's 2 of us. It's been a week, let me tell you. Oh wow, what happened if you don't mind me asking? You don't need to worry about it. It's just that somebody ripped off 3 of our prize-winning Mudsdales, and I've spent the last couple of days trying to get to the bottom of it, and some more things have come up, but I don't really want to bother you with any of that. Oh, that's too bad. No wonder Mark has been really stressed. Oh, I could definitely use some cuddles. Or some wine. You wouldn't happen to have any here, would you? At the nursery? No. Oh, I have a bottle in the back. Would you like me to get a couple of glasses? Well, wouldn't Ashley like some as well? Oh, no thank you, I'm good. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were expecting. Well, that's okay, I think Moo Moo Milk would be better anyway, so I'm gonna get 3 glasses of that, and... Wait, before you leave, I need your help talking to Mark. I got a call from Justin Abernathy. He rescinded his offer to buy the Mudsdale, and he does not want to pay the cancellation fee. Please tell me you're joking. No, and it's all because our thief, Mr. Richard Walker, told him that we're unreliable, and now he believes it. Wait, the thief is Richard Walker? Yeah, I know given his reputation it might be hard to believe, but... Oh, you don't have to worry, I absolutely believe that he would do something like that. So, I take it you know him? Yeah. Richard Walker is my father. Mark! Yeah, what is it? Could you please explain to us why Richard Walker's daughter is at the front desk of our nursery? Yeah, well, she wanted a job, so I hired her. Isn't that how it works? Wait, why is this such a big deal all of a sudden? Well, you don't think it's odd that Mr. Walker steals our Mudsdale? His assistant says he has, like, a conniption over something his daughter is doing, and then she randomly shows up at our ranch? Okay, I didn't hear that second part, but yeah, that is odd. Yeah, Mark, what are you not telling us? I guess you'll find out sooner or later. The truth is, Ashley is my wife. What? Yes, she's my wife. We eloped when we went to deliver the Mudsdale. I thought you said the delivery was uneventful. Yes, the delivery itself was uneventful, but the elopement wasn't actually part of the delivery, now was it? You got me there. Wait a minute, does this mean you're her baby daddy too? Well, if he's her husband, I would hardly call him a baby daddy. Not now. Yes, I'm the father of her babies. Babies? We're having twins. Does that mean you've been seeing her for the past... I don't even know? Well, yes and no. See, it was... No, my personal life is none of your business. It is when her father starts telling our other clients that we're unreliable and they cancel their orders. Oh my god. I did not think it would go this far. What are you talking about? What happened? Not in front of the Drampa. Yeah, that's probably best. Return. Well, I went over there to get Walker to sign the contract, and I saw Ashley and found out she was having my babies, and then we just kind of fell in love. That fast, huh? Well, I mean, it wasn't that fast. It was quite a few months ago now, and we've been seeing each other on the side ever since, and I was there and we just decided, well, we should elope. Well, congratulations, but I still don't think you're telling us the whole story. You're right, I'm not. No, I haven't told you the whole story. See, the thing is, my father wanted me to marry somebody else. Somebody closer to our family's social standing. He knows you're having Mark's babies, right? While I was there, he pulled me aside and offered me a large sum of money to never claim those children as my own and completely disappear from their lives. Unbelievable. What is wrong with that man? I mean, could you imagine when those kids grow up and they find out their dad isn't actually their dad? Yeah, it wasn't fair to anybody involved. I told him to shove it, and then he started getting really mad, so I made him believe I would think about it. And that's why you eloped. Yes, we figured once we were married, there wasn't anything he could do. So he stole the Mudsdale to get back at you for marrying his daughter? He was never supposed to know, but somehow he found out, and we had about a day of being newlyweds before he confronted us. He yelled at me that I wasn't his daughter anymore, and I told him that if his love was really that conditional, we were all better off without it. We left before things could escalate, but Richard never gave us the check, so when we got home, I put the invoice on his account. Wait, if that's actually what happened, why were you going around telling us that the check bounced? Well, forgive a man for wanting to protect his wife. That is the biggest green flag I've ever seen in a man. Yeah, I agree, but that doesn't change the fact that he did try to rip off our Mudsdale, and the fact that he's telling everybody else to not do business with us. To the point where they're snubbing cancellation fees. I knew he'd be mad. I never thought he'd try to ruin us. I thought he actually loved me more than that. I know, Ashley. I did too. Well, he can't get away with this. Oh, don't worry. He won't. I have a plan. I'm telling you, Mr. Walker, I heard some really strange noises coming from the barn. Richard Walker, you're under arrest. Officer Jenny, to what do I owe this pleasure? Like I just said, you're under arrest. What for? For grand theft Mudsdale. Really, Bridget? What? I had to. I believe you have something that belongs to Paniola Ranch. No, I don't. I don't have anything from any Paniola Ranch. Then what are these? Those are Mudsdale that I purchased. No, those are Mudsdale that we delivered to you, but you never paid for it. That's stealing. Well, you're one to talk. You stole my daughter. Your daughter is a grown adult, Mr. Walker. You do not own her, and she is capable of making her own choices. Wait, I thought she wasn't your daughter anymore. At least that's what you told her. So which one is it? Look, I just want my daughter and my children to have everything available to them. There's nothing stopping you from providing that to them, Mr. Walker. Mark, if you love your children, you will let them be raised by someone who can give them everything they could ever ask for. If you loved your grandchildren, you wouldn't deny them the opportunity to know their real father. Look, I'm sick and tired of all these excuses. You have a choice. You can give us the Mudsdale, give us the money, or you can go to jail. That's on you. You really would throw me in jail? If you don't give up the Mudsdale or the money you owe them, then yes, you will go to jail. We have to make sure you don't do this to anybody else. You set me up for this. Yeah, I guess I did. You're fired. Well, joke's on you. I don't want to work for somebody who steals Mudsdale anyway. Look, Mr. Walker, we don't want to deal with you any more than you want to go to jail. All you have to do is give us the $10,000, and we'll leave. Fine. But you'll regret it. I'll destroy you. Come on, let's get out of here. And just where do you think you're going? Why do you care? I don't work for you anymore. And where exactly are you going to get a job in such short notice? With Paniola Ranch. Better pay and the benefit of not working for a total asshole? I'll take it. That's fine, I can easily replace you. Well, good luck finding anybody who will want to work for you after the stunt you just pulled. Yeah, but nobody's gonna believe you. You sure about that, Mr. Walker? I've got a platform, and I'm not afraid to use it. And the former assistant was right. Her social media post went viral, and Mr. Walker lost a lot of his business partners. Quite a few of them women. Justin Abernathy called the ranch to apologize, re-up his order, and he actually paid the extra $2,000 as a way to make up for his mistake. A few months later, Mark and Ashley welcomed their twins, a boy and a girl, and Mr. Walker did not get to meet them. They're open to them having a relationship with him down the road, but that won't be any time in the foreseeable future. Mr. Walker did, however, get a visit from Bridget's grandpa, but that's another story.